I wanted to shoot this video and it does what it says on the tin. This is how to measure your progress, okay? I see this all too often inside my program and I really want to sort this out on this training, okay? So you come into this program and you do what you have always done, okay? You weigh yourself in week 1 and you lose weight. In week 2, you lose a little more, you're buzzing. God, this is amazing. In week 3, it stalls. Maybe something's come up or I don't know, it stalls anyway. From here, we feel downhearted and like you have every other time, like gutted, flipping out, me again. And basically you feel a failure, okay? This is why I encourage you not just to weigh yourself, okay? If you want the same results you've always got, behave how you always have. You will always lose weight initially because you're eating better and moving more than you were when you started, before you started. Okay, this is why I have a rule to look at all the data. Some weeks you will lose weight, some weeks you won't. Mind blowing. Other weeks your measurements will drop instead of your weight. Sometimes just your photos will change and your weight and your measurements won't. Sometimes just your fitness will improve. And guess what? Sometimes, some weeks, there will be no change. You will stay where you are. But with 100% certainty, I can guarantee this. If you stick to your guns and consistently do the work, you will get results. And this is where honesty comes in. Not with me, with yourself. Have you done everything to the standard you did when you were getting results? Only you know that, okay? So get curious, not triggered. There is always a gap. How you react now will dictate future results. And look at all the data. This is why I have a rule that if you weigh, you must measure. Just weighing yourself is easy. It's easy to get out of bed and just jump on the scales and get a number and feel terrible or feel incredible, okay? Measuring takes a little bit of effort, okay? And that's why we leave it. If you want the results you've never got, you have to behave differently, okay? This week, I weighed myself every day, okay? On Friday, I was 232 pounds. Monday, I was 238 pounds off the back of a weekend. Have I failed? Tuesday, I was 235 pounds. Wednesday, 230 pounds. Thursday, I put on a pound. So you can see there's such a variable there, but I'm still the same person. I'm still behaving the same way. Have I failed? This just shows how much weight can fluctuate from how much I've drank that day, the size of the meal I've eaten, the time of day, stress, exercise, sleep, even for women, time of the month. Like with women, the menstrual cycle can affect your weight from 5 to 10 pounds each month. Everyone's different. And as you lose weight and get fitter, that changes again. So don't do yourself an injustice. Look at all the data and get curious, not triggered. That's a wrap. Drop me a message below this video and let me know if that helped and what stood out to you. Okay, so this is just a quick video on how to measure yourself correctly. So firstly, if you're going to weigh yourself, make sure you do it first thing in the morning when you've been to the toilet and with no clothes on, okay? And stick to a consistent time. So if you weigh yourself at 7 AM on a Monday, do it at 7 AM on a Monday. The more consistent we can keep things, the better we can do it. And do a best of 3 as well, because some scales aren't always the best. So do a best of 3 and have an average, okay? And you can weigh yourself as frequently or as infrequently as you want. But remember the rule, make sure you measure everything, okay? So if you're gonna weigh yourself, do your measurements as well. Now, for the measurements, okay? We want to measure everything from our arms, from around our waist, like from our belly button line, from the hips, like from the bony part, okay? And do, again, an average. So make sure you're going from the same point every time and like you're different to me. So if you remember the certain part of the arm that you've measured from, try remember the next time. The more consistent we can do things, the better, okay? And measure all parts. So I get you doing everything from your upper and lower chest for women, for guys, just your mid chest, your waist, which is from your belly button, your hips, which is from the bony part, your bum, middle of your legs, and let's do that consistently. And then when it comes to photos, let's make sure we have it in good lighting, not at an angle or whatever, okay? Let's make sure it's really consistent. Do it with all your kit off. If you're not really comfortable with doing it with your kit off yet, make sure you do it with some slim fitting clothes on, or maybe like a sports bra if you're female, just so you can see changes in the areas you want to see those changes. Because if we're not doing things like photos and our measurements and we're relying solely on the weight, there's a reason why we start to wreck our head throughout your journey, because there is obviously only so much weight you can lose before one day you don't have any more weight to lose. Whereas we want to get good at looking at all the data, how our body reacts to certain things and everything like that. So in summary, weigh yourself first thing in the morning after you've been to the toilet with no clothes on. Do it at a consistent time. Measure yourself, get an average, do it from the main points. Make sure you do that if you're going to weigh yourself. And with your photos, do it at good lighting, take your clothes off, do it at a good angle. A good way to do it is if you're on your own, record a video and just stand at the set points, okay? And what you can do on these modern phones is screen grab, or pause the video and screen grab, and there's your photo, okay? So don't think you need someone to take your photos, just record a video. And remember, like I said, look at all the data. Don't just weigh yourself, look at your measurements, look at your photos, check your performance, are you getting stronger, are you getting fitter? Look at all the data, and we're gonna have many other forms of success. Let me know if this was useful.